Hello, people of Holy Cross. Welcome to a weekly word with yours truly, Pastor Nate. This is my chance to connect with you, to let you know what's happening in the life of our church here at Holy Cross, and to invite you to reflect with me on this next week's gospel lesson that we'll hear proclaimed in worship. As you no doubt know, this week is Holy Week. It's the climax of the Christian year and at the time when we remember the most important events in Jesus' life, his passion, his death, and his resurrection. We will worship on Maundy Thursday with a community meal and a service that all happen in the same context in the fellowship hall here at Holy Cross at 6:30. That's Thursday, tomorrow, March 28th at 6:30. Want to ask, if you haven't yet done so, to please RSVP to let us know that you're coming. But if you don't, just show up. We'd love to see you and share a meal with you and worship together with you. Good Friday will take place with a meditation on the stations of the cross, an ancient devotional Christian practice to help us remember Jesus' suffering and death for our sake. We'll worship here at Holy Cross at 6:30. And then I want to especially invite all of you to come to the most elaborate and beautiful feast of the Christian year, the Vigil of Easter. This is when we remember salvation history and we move from darkness to light, from death to resurrection. And we hear some of the stories of salvation dramatically enacted in our midst. We remember our baptism. We welcome new members into our congregation, and we break our Lenten fast and enter into the fullness of the joy of Easter. We'll worship here at 7 o'clock, and we'll gather in the church parking lot at 7 before coming inside for worship. I also want to remind you that on Easter Sunday, Sunday, March the 31st, we will worship at 8:30 and at 11 a.m. with a Easter feast, a big, elaborate Easter brunch in between. So I hope you'll join us for worship this Holy Week. This Sunday, and really on Saturday night at the Easter Vigil as well, we will hear the resurrection gospel from the Gospel of John. And one of the things that I love about John's gospel is that we see Jesus and we begin to understand Jesus, not so much through parables and through miracles, but through these deep, intimate, extended encounters that Jesus has with curious and searching women and men. I think about the woman at the well who comes with lots of questions about Jesus mystifying to her ministry. I think of the man born blind who comes back to Jesus several times before he begins not just to literally see Jesus, but to figuratively see Jesus and understand who he is. And here in John 20, which is our gospel for Easter, we hear John's unique account of Jesus' resurrection, and Mary Magdalene is the first one to encounter the risen Jesus. And for a long time, she doesn't even recognize Jesus' appearance before her. And even when he calls her name and she physically, visibly recognizes him, she just has no idea what to do with Jesus. John shows us these extended encounters with Jesus to help us see that faith is not something that's this once and for all act. It's something that takes time to unfold. And coming to faith is a coming into an awareness, a deeper awareness of the fullness of Jesus' presence. And we remember through this gospel that really, even those of us who are lifelong Christians are still growing in our awareness of who Jesus is and what he means for us. And so my prayer for you and my prayer for us as a congregation and my prayer for all the newcomers who come into our midst at Easter is that they will see Jesus not as something to be pinned down and understood in all of his fullness, but as a living and mysterious presence in our lives who brings us ever more fully day by day into the presence and fullness of life that God offers. That indeed is the joyful mystery of Easter. So I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and I look forward to celebrating the feast of Jesus' resurrection with you. God bless you.